Hey guys, I hope everybody is having a good day. It's Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. Some of us that work every day of the week don't really know the difference, especially now in this time of COVID. So I want to get right into the questions and answer as many of them as I can. I hope everybody likes my black t-shirt today. I didn't dress up for you. And so the first question is from Allison Koyanagi. Hey, Allison. And the question is, would you recommend self-funding or getting an investor for a new product-based business? Well, typically when you are starting something out, you use your own money. And if you believe in it enough, you use all of your own money. And then when you have proof of concept, you can get investors. However, if you need money and you don't have proof of concept, then you get what's called angel investors. Those are just people who like you a lot, who trust you, who believe in you, and they help you with the startup of your venture. And so I hope that answers your question, but that is basically how you start a company. And I've done several of these, and I've been an angel investor, and I've been a more professional investor once there was proof of concept as well. Okay, so Allison, I hope that helped you, okay? Next question is from Adam Drake. Hey Adam, you are good about sending questions in every week. I like that. Here's the question. It's a mindset question. How do I organize my attention and time between making small improvements each day and landing the big wins? So Adam, every entrepreneur faces this problem. And the problem is that we have a business to run and we have to make new sales in order to grow the business. And so in your case, you have some big opportunities out there that require time, and you have running the business, which requires time. And so you have to learn to balance those off. Now, I have a saying, people time, paper time. It's not hammer time. It's people time, paper time. People time is from 8 to 5 every day. And paper time is before 8, after 5, and on the weekends. And so if you can use your paper time to do the organizational things and your people time to do the people things and to make the new contacts which are required to make new sales, that's the way I'd approach it. Now, let's say you've got a lot of people tasks. Then you have to block time for new opportunities. It's called call blocking. And I can spend the rest of my time telling you stories about companies I've worked with where I went in and got the sales organization or the salesperson or the entrepreneur to call block for outbound calls, and they've turned their business around. They've started growing more than they have in the past. And so this is a challenge for every entrepreneur. I just got off the phone with Eric and Rat Exclusion, and Eric is having that same challenge. He doesn't have really time to go out and make new sales because he's so busy running his business and following up on the sales that he has and the clients that he has, okay? So, hope that helps. Next question is from, McBond, and so McBond asks a question about a personal assistant, and this is his question. I'm not exactly sure how I should pay my personal assistant based on this task. I am looking at paying my PA anywhere from $10 to $15. Is this good? What is a good price as far as bonus if I end up closing the prospect? So what McBond wants to do is delegate some of his tasks that are repetitive to a personal assistant, and he wants to know how he should pay them because there is a result-oriented element to what he's going to have the PA do. So McBond gets leads in, then he calls the leads and qualifies them on the phone. He has a questionnaire that he asks them, and then he proceeds to go do a site visit if they qualify. So my point is that he wants to pay the PA to do the qualification, and then he also wants to pay the PA to a bonus if he or she makes the sale. So McBond, the way I would do that is, if possible, I would pay them on a per screening basis. In other words, if they do a successful screen with someone, they get paid a certain amount, and it's not by the hour. And then if they make the sale, you give them another amount. And we can talk about this more on our call together, but the real answer is that you do want to incent people. And I might just say this in general: incentives work. And if you're afraid to incent your people, don't be, because incenting them will get you more sales and better production than you can imagine. Incentives work. And there are both positive and negative incentives. In this case, we're talking about a positive incentive. An extra $50 if they make the sale, or $25 if they make the sale. And by the same token, I'm at my house today, and the doorbell just rang. And I'm sorry. But anyway, I guess we're all at our homes today anyway. I hope we are. But anyway, McBond, I hope that helps you, and I think that will work for you, okay? Now, the next question is from Raz. Hey, Gabs, and Gabs is overseas, as we all know. And his question is, what steps can I take to establish my authority with employees and contractors a new business partner has brought in from his own network? So what Gabs is asking is, how does he create authority with the people that are reporting to his new partner? And it's a difficult situation. And Gabs, you talking to those people that formerly worked for your partner and that are now in your business, those people, you're never going to be able to get authority with by talking to them. You have to go to your partner and say, will you let your people know that I am a partner, and that when I ask them to do something, it's the same as you asking them to do something? And if you can't have that conversation with your partner, then you're in a hopeless situation. Those people are never going to respect your authority. But if you have that conversation with your partner, and then he privately goes to each one of the people on his team and says, hey, I need you to cooperate with Gabs. I need you to treat him just like you would me. He is a partner in the business. He is an owner, and he has authority. Then I think that will solve that problem. Okay? I've had that problem before, and that's the only solution, I guarantee you. So Gabs asks another question. What routines and habits would you recommend adopting, and at what pace, to achieve success in all areas of life simultaneously? What a question, Gabs. How do you become successful in all areas of your life simultaneously? Well, very few people ever achieve that. It's very difficult, and I'm not sure how you do it. But one thing is to set a reasonable expectation for yourself. If you expect to be a billionaire to be happy, that's not going to work. And I might say, what is your definition of success in each area of your life? Are you successful in relationships if you have a wife and 4 kids? Or are you successful in relationships if you live by yourself your whole life? What is your definition of success in each one of the areas of your life you're asking me about? And so I think that what I do is I set goals in every area of my life. I set personal goals, for personal development. I set physical goals for physical development. I'm trying to lose another 9 pounds right now. I set financial goals for my own personal net worth. I set business goals for the businesses that I'm involved in. I set spiritual goals for my relationship with God. And so you have to have each area defined in terms of what is successful and makes you happy. And then if you're trying to improve, and you should be, then you have to set specific improvement goals in each one of those areas. So Gabs, I hope that helps. Okay? The next question is from Christopher Joseph. And he asks a relationship question. How do I balance school and working on developing my business and having a relationship? He goes on to say, I'm in school full-time, working on starting my business and wondering what I can do to have and balance a relationship at the same time? Should I stop the relationship and focus on me, or is there a way to do it all? So again, it's sort of like Gab's question, but I'm no relationships coach, and I am certainly not one to ask a lot of questions about relationships, even though I've been to a lot of therapy. But anyway, what I was going to say is, you've got a lot on your plate. You're going to school full time, you're trying to start your business, and obviously you're trying to have a relationship with somebody. And those things are hard to balance. It's very difficult, but I think it's possible. One thing is to get a clear understanding in the relationship of how much time you need to give to the relationship for your partner to consider it successful. And in your school, you have no choice but to finish school. You've invested in it, and so how much time is required for you to do the work outside of class, and how much time is required for class? And then finally, your business, how much time do you need to get your business started and to be successful in your business? And you should do this on a piece of paper so that you can see it clearly in front of you what is required in each one of those areas. And if you can't do it all, you can't do it all. You give something up. You give up the business. I wouldn't give up school, or you give up the relationship, or you find someone who is satisfied with less of your time if you really need a relationship, okay? So I hope that helps, okay? Next is Zishan, and Zishan asks this question: how do I develop a sales process to sell B2B? Now, Shizan is, I believe, a developer, because he's developing websites for a woman that sells frozen food to make it more digitally, that's hard to say, friendly. And he's doing that, and at the same time, he wants to help her increase her sales. I'd say you should go to a sales professional and get that woman some professional sales help. I wouldn't try to develop a website. I wouldn't try to develop an e-commerce platform. I wouldn't try to develop an ordering system. I'd go hire that done. But if it was in the sales area, then I would do it, obviously. And so what I'd suggest you do is get her some professional help. And we have a bunch of mentors in the group that you can turn to. Of course, you can turn to me. I am an entrepreneur / sales coach and a sales manager coach. And so I'd be glad to help as well. I hope that helps. So Elena asked this question: in the 4 steps to selling in your video, the first is values. What is meant by this, and can you dive deeper? So I believe that selling is based on 4 principles, 4 things, and only 4 things. 1's a set of values you bring to the table. 2 is the number of people you see. 3 is the quality of your presentation. And 4 is the quality of your prospect. And what Elena's asking about here is the value system that I'm talking about. So what I'd suggest you do is watch the Pro Code Sales videos and finish them, because it's fully explained, each one of those values I believe in the Pro Code video sales. But what I mean by values is I find that successful people have these kinds of successful people and successful salespeople have these kind of values. 1 is they believe happiness is a way of traveling, not someplace you're a lot, that you arrive. 2, they learn how to control their attitude so that it doesn't affect their performance. 3, they think big. They are an optimist. They're always thinking about something bigger and better than what they have. You know, they embrace change. Embracing change means that when something seems to be an adverse change, you look for the opportunity in that adverse change. They are team players. They work with others well, they help others well, and they realize that their company is a boat and everybody's survival is dependent upon the boat, no one individual or no one part of the company. And there's some others as well that I discuss in there. But these values and these beliefs, if they're really truly ingrained in you, then they will help you to succeed in the other areas, which are the number of people you see, the quality of your presentation, and the quality of the prospect. Okay? Ready? So that is everything on the questions, and it only took about 20 minutes. So send in more questions next time. I schedule an hour for these videos, and so I would be more than happy to answer other questions you have. I hope that helps, and I look forward to seeing you in person. And if you aren't signed up for our seminar, our leadership seminar in November, go on and do that. I think there's only one spot left, all right? And you can do that, of course, through AO. Thanks.